Welcome, family. Come on in. Another Pro Black Everything PBE video, family. May 9th, 2024, family. Let's get on in here. It's time to get your prescribed education and medication in truth and facts, critical thinking and analysis, reality, logic, and last but not least, humanity. Get out of your feelings. But humanity, even if you don't decide to get out your feelings, it's okay. Because DeAndre Devon Manley, Pro Black Everything, is still going to hit you with them motherfucking uppercuts and jabs, them left and right arm bars, and them rear naked chokes of truth and facts and reality and critical thinking and analysis. I'm still going to hit you with them, no matter if you stay in your feelings or not. But preferably, specifically, and primarily the black man, black woman, black child, the mothers and fathers of humanity, the grandmothers and grandfathers of humanity, the gods and goddesses of humanity that no other human predates and no religion predates. It's a must. Immediately, we already too late to get out of our motherfucking feelings, black race, because we've been relegated and delegated, mass murder, raped, and tortured mentally, physically, and spiritually down to the bottom of the human totem pole by primarily two races of people under slave trades they had under their religions, under their gods. The newest being Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism that the European his mama done, called the transatlantic slave trade, where they built their wealth and power and became the most wealthiest, powerful nation you see it in America and globally. This white man and his mama, they got up there because of the transatlantic slave trade, family. That's a motherfucking fact. That's why they at the top. I told y'all to go look and see how did the Europeans ascend all the way up to the top of the human totem pole and become the most wealthiest and powerful race of people. The people that came on this planet last far as humans. They're the last of the human species. How did they ascend all the way up to the top, being the last ones here? The last race of people coming on this planet was the Europeans. How did they ascend all the way up to the top? They mass murder, raped, and tortured under fake gods called Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, all the way up to the motherfucking top, family, called the transatlantic slave trade. I told y'all it was mass murder, raping, and gutting and torturing each other. The worst white on white crime in human history wasn't the Holocaust. It wasn't the Civil War. It was what the Europeans was doing in Europe, in them European countries, before they seen any other race of people. You guys need to go look up that right after the Ice Age and up until now. Look at the European from after the Ice Age up until now. You will see that they were in Europe, mass murder, raping, gutting, and torturing, the first cannibals, the first motherfuckers having mass wars like that of straight annihilation and genocide. They were doing that of each other and every other species that was in their land. So what did you think that race of people was going to do when they left out of Europe after doing that for hundreds of years to themselves? Mass murder, disease, rape, cannibalism, torture. What did you thought they were going to do when they seen other races of people and other species when they came out of Europe after doing that to themselves for hundreds of years? Yes, massacre this motherfucking planet. That's why I call them planet killers. Because when they came out of Europe, they started massacring the other humans and the other species that they seen. The same thing they were doing in Europe for hundreds of years without no other race, family. This is a PhD in common sense. I don't need to make none of this up. You have to do your 5 W's and your Carfax check on everything around you, family, everything you're a part of, and specifically and primarily your belief systems. Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism and Islam, family. But the other religion that had a slave trade by some Arabs of black African people for over a millennium, and that's was the Arab slave trade, where they mass murder, raped, and tortured under their god, Allah, the slave-loving Allah in the European cave, slave-loving and slave-raping non-prophet Muhammad. They did a transatlantic slave trade under Islam. It's Arab and his motherfucking mama of the black race, to buy them, for them, and fuck the African race, like the European under Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism was buy them, for them, and fuck the African race. These two slave trades that was done of African people almost wiped off a couple 100 million Africans, humans off the planet in them time frames that this was occurring, family. They done this under gods. They done this under religions, black man, black woman, black child. We have to stop these motherfucking games and act like it was something else. No, they done this under these gods that y'all still believe in. It's crazy that the two major religions that most black people on the planet Earth, this bad mother, shut your mouth, black melanated mother Earth of ours, the two religions under the two races of people that massacred us, them the two religions that we follow and the two races of people we follow the most today. The races of people who had slave trades with God's helping them, if you read your goddamn belief systems literature, but you won't. Um, that you will see that their God was helping if you read the literature, and the enslavement and the mass murder, rape, torture, and gut, the genocide upon genocide, and complete castration of our mind, body, and soul under these religions. Family, that's just a fact. You can get upset, you can get mad and say, Dre going to this human created fake hell. It's okay. It's okay. I'm still gonna say fuck you and your motherfucking fake ass human created God and religion of any kind, family. Oh well. If I'm going to some fake mythological hell that some humans wrote down in these motherfucking scriptures of y'all's, then where are the people going who did transatlantic slave trades of us? Where are the people going who still follow these religions and these gods uh, that had slave trades of them? Where are they going? Where are these treasons, the black race, going that still follow these religions that had slave trades of us under gods? Where the fuck y'all going? Where the fuck y'all think y'all going? For aiding and abetting in your own slaughter of you and your fucking babies. Black man, black woman, black child. This is basic PhD in common sense right here. This is basic history right here, family. This is nothing to make people say, "Oh man, Dre, you own it. You man, you nice." This is basic. This what I'm about to show y'all today is basic information. I learned this years ago. This is basic information, family. Just doing 5 W's a Carfax check on religions and on the histories of religion and on the races of people around the world, including my first El Cabuline African black race first. This ain't that hard to understand and know this. It's crazy that black people will go search out movies, go search out niggas and they basketball stats, they rap lyrics, they what number retro J's it is. We go look up all of this nonsensical bullshit, this nothingness. But we won't do a quick search and medication and education of the belief systems and this God that you got number one over every motherfucking body. This God that you got over every motherfucking body, black man, black woman, black child, specifically and primarily in America and globally. This God that you got number one over all motherfucking humans and everything else is the one being that you decided not to read its literature, not to do no medication education about that. About this God and this belief system you follow that you got number one over everything and everybody. That's the one you decided not to read the literature, but only a small amount, only 2% of it. You only know a couple scribes and scrolls in your King James Bible that was published in 1611. You only know a few scriptures. You haven't read that book in its entirety. 99% of black Christians, black Catholics, and black Jews haven't read their King James version of their Bible and their other so-called non-spiritual literature. You haven't. You haven't read more than 3 to 4 to 5%. Most black religious motherfuckers that told me that. So I just be like, well, how can you get mad at me if I read your motherfucking book cover to cover from Genesis to Revelation? If I read it all and I read a lot of your other Christian, Catholic, and Christian, Catholic, and Jew scriptures and scrolls, but you haven't, how can you be upset with me for telling you, brother, this is what it is, sister, this is what it is, I read it. You just told me you didn't read it, right? In its entirety, right? Yeah. So how you telling me I'm wrong and I'm going to some fake hell and I read it? And I'm telling you it's in here. I can show it to you. Not just tell you I read it. I can show you where it's in here. This is what I'm just saying. Let's pull it up. Boom, boom, boom. Don't tell me your God is all loving and all moral and all that. It says here in Isaiah 45:7 that this God of y'all's, human created, said it's the light and the darkness, the good and the evil. It does all motherfucking things. So don't tell me how loving and how moral this motherfucking God is. This God said it does it all. Nigga, mass murder, rape, and torture, and show love, nigga. Your God said this. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. I don't give a fuck how loving you tell me this God is. Your God says both. It's everything, nigga. It's all things. Beginning, end, Alpha and Omega, self-sustaining, all knowing, all everything. I don't know how it can be all knowing, all self-sustaining. If you all self-sustaining, it doesn't mean you need nothing. You have no wants or no needs. That's what self-sustaining is. If we look up the definition, if this all self-sustaining, all everything God is all self-sustaining, like it say, and people agree, of these faiths agree that this God was self-sustaining, then I said, why would it need to create you then, human? If it's already has everything, that's what self-sustaining means. No, have no wants or needs at all. None, zero, nada. It's in a perfect Zen-like state, monk Zen type state this God should be. Shouldn't have no need to create no planets, no universes, and no motherfucking humans on this one little planet called Earth to praise it. No all-knowing, bigger than life, all thing, everything, see all, do all self-sustaining, has no wants or needs for no mere humans on this planet Earth. Nothing of that magnitude would want to create any little humans on a little speck called Earth in this mass world out there, family. Limitless, infinity world out there, family. We have to stop playing and stop being narcissistic to think we so motherfucking special as humans. but Black race, we and humanity, we're getting here because we definitely got to get in here today because the title of the video today is called Slavery Under God. Y'all, man-made created, human created God. So it's slavery under God and the motherfucking caves and the Europeans and the Caucasoids. Because that's what you enslaved under, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Black man, black woman, black child. Most of you in America is. 3Ks don't get it fucked up. So we're going to get in here and shed some more light on y'all religions that y'all decided not to do no 5 W's and Carfax check on, but just get mad when people say something about it. Yes. So over here, it's AKA and hashtag religion killer. For all my new people, all my new subscribers, all my new listeners, I just thank everybody for staying with me. At least I see you have at least an open mind to people that's actually listening to these videos of mine. At least you having an open mind, and I can respect that. You got an open mind, and all I ask you is why that mind is open, and your ear volume and your brain value is up, and you got your PhD in common sense antennas up when you listen to me. Start doing this research for real, family. You will see. Then you can look at these belief systems like I do and say, fuck your God and fuck your religion, because then you know they're play for real, fam. Then you'll be like, wow, after I done my 5 W's and Carfax check, this really is all play. Wow. I didn't know it. Now I don't have no fear, no God or demon or devil coming. This is all human things. Yes. Like I said, like all of our other greats said, like Dr. John Henry Clark said, one of the greatest intellects on religions and on African people and on history of this world. Dr. Yosef Ben Yochanan, same way. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, John G. Jackson, J.A. Rogers, Mr. Neely Fuller, Ashada Shakur, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, Dr. Sabi, Attorney Automatics, Arthur Schomburg, all of our greats, Dr. Layla Africa, all of our greats. Y'all know who they is. They told us that this shit was play, that this shit was human created, and that the black race in its purest form, and the first thing any written down and discovered as any spiritual system / religion, whatever name we want to call it, because these are just names, it was African or Kabylan, black people in the central part of Africa, just being one with nature, all living, breathing, billions of other species they were trying to be balanced and harmony with. Balance and harmony with nature, all natural keyword, living things and things that sustain life, like the moon, the sun, water. That's what it was about. Not no demons and devils and gods and googlins and goblins and all of this, Harry Potter, Santa Claus and Black Panther and Spider-Man and Superman, through all this other mythological religions and belief systems and all these little stories. They're mythological, they're man-made. It all started with just African people, or Kabylan people, being one with nature, natural nature, and all living, breathing things on this planet, the other billions of species that's been here billions of years, a lot of them before us. And we'll be here billions of years after the human species is long gone from the planet Earth, family. They don't have no God, no religion, no demon, devil, Lucifer, or Satan, family. These other billions of other species. And some of them has been here billions of years before humans. Family, we have to stop playing these motherfucking games and start understanding that this is play. That's why I say, and that's why Dr. John Henry Clark said, if you believe everything that's in the Bible, or that is, if you believe everything in the Bible is true or supposed to be true, Dr. John Henry Clark, one of our greatest intellects in human history, said he questioned your intelligence as a motherfucking human if you believe everything in the Bible is true or supposed to be true. He said he questions your intelligence as a human living and breathing, family. That's one of the greatest intellects of ours said. He said that for a motherfucking reason. He said that every major religion is a male chauvinistic murder cult. And he broke it down, and You Have No Friends, that I just aired again for the 100th time a few weeks ago. He said that in there, and he qualified it with truth and motherfucking facts, critical thinking and analysis and reality. It can't be refuted. It's non-refutable, niggas. But we have to understand that these religions, these belief systems of any kind, no matter how new or old they are, they're human created. And that leads me to this before I go all the way in this, AKA and hashtag religion killer, because that's what we own today. Black man, black woman, black child of humanity. Every single time you heard about any God of any kind, any religion or belief system, no matter how old or new it is, how any spiritual systems, I don't care fucking how old or how new it is, it's all human created, man-made, human created. No God has never told you about no humans. No God has never told you about no gods or religions. No God has never told you about anything. Humans told you about gods. Gods ain't tell you about no motherfucking humans. That's a fact, family. But we have to understand that this shit is all created. And these religions, specifically and primarily today, I'm really focusing on is Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, family. The white race, the cave race, the Caucasoid race, that's indigenous only to Europe, this European. They mass murder, raped, and tortured us under this God, black race, for hundreds and hundreds of years, mentally, physically, and spiritually, God, family. I need y'all to understand that they use these religions to massacre us. They use these mythological gods to massacre us. That's why most black people in America and globally follow Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism is solely due to the transatlantic slave trade, family. Family, we have to understand this basic stuff. If we want to call ourselves any real form of intelligence, family, we have to leave these human created religions and gods alone, family. That has to be a start. That's revolutionary, family. That's revolutionary in itself. A black man, a black woman, a black child leaving these man-made human created gods and religions that had slave trades of us where they massacred us, leaving them alone. That's a revolutionary act in itself, family. Leaving these motherfucking slave religions and these slave-loving motherfucking races of people who had these slaveries of us under their gods and religions, leaving these motherfuckers alone. That's revolutionary at its highest form, family. I promise you. It ain't got to be you with no gun. That's a bigger gun. They know you ain't following their motherfucking shit no more. That's going to be alarming enough for them. They know you ain't under that spell no more. That's going to be alarming enough. They going to look at it as revolutionary. Your motherfucking enemies, that white man and his mama, that Arab man and his mama, I promise you. They're going to look at it as revolutionary and that's something bad for them. So yeah, it's a religion killer over here, man. This is all human created. When I found that out years ago, family, it was just crazy, man. When I read the book, and it ain't really a book like that. It's about this person called Michael Jordan, and it's not the basketball player, but it's like the list of gods. They give you all the gods, the 2,000 deities, gods that's being worshipped in human history, and they got them from A to Z. You need to go get that book. I put it out many a time, showed it in a couple of my videos. It labels them. Go get Dr. Joseph Ben Yochannan's book, Man, God, Civilization. Go get Dr. John Henry Clark, Christopher Columbus, and the African Holocaust. Go get Destruction of the Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Get the books of these. Or go listen to them on audiobook. It literally lays it out. Like I said, you can literally go watch You Have No Friends by Dr. John Henry Clark. And it will spell it out. And then break it down. And you go start your 5 Ws and your Carfax checks from there. I'm trying to think of this one real nice one that Dr. Ben did that broke down. It's like a 3-hour lecture. And if I think about it throughout this video, I'll bring up the name of that video for you to go watch by Dr. Joseph Ben Yochanan. It's hundreds of them that he got, him and Dr. Ben, that you need to go watch, that I've watched. But it's this particular one, man, and I can't think of it right now, but it's okay. We'll come back to it if we get to it. But go look up Dr. John Henry Clark's, all their lectures. Just start with all their lectures of these greats of ours. They're all on YouTube now, family. You have no excuse. You got you got this knowledge, this medication and education right at your fingertips right now in 2024. All this knowledge and information is right at your fingertips. You have no motherfucking excuse. You just don't want to now. You lazy than a motherfucker on the motherfucking religions and the race of people that mass murder, rape, and torture you. You got lazy now. All this motherfucking information is knowledge that can give you a PhD in common sense and any other name you want to call it, masters, whatever. You can have your own masters and PhD in your way, your Afrocentric vocabulary way of thinking, and not the Eurocentric way and the Arab way of thinking, family. You have it all right here at your fingertips. What you gonna do with it? You have no motherfucking excuse no more. Ain't none of this shit motherfucking hidden. Stop telling me, oh man, this shit hidden. This shit ain't fucking hidden. I've been reading it for the last 15 fucking years. It ain't hidden nowhere. You niggas just don't want to read. Like the white man and his mama put in your mind years ago. If you want a nigga not to read something, put it in a book or in whatever. They don't read, nigga. We taught them not to read, nigga. Only to read the motherfucking King James version that was published in 1611. Not even all of it. Just the scriptures that we showed you, nigga, during slavery. We didn't want you to read the whole fucking book, but some of you did, and it made you change your motherfucking life, like Nat Turner. Made him, when he finished reading that motherfucker in its entirety, made him want to go massacre his slave masters in the revolt that Nat Turner did. That's what him reading the whole motherfucking King James version of the Bible had Nat Turner do, nigga, after he read it. He's like, oh, hell no, nigga. Off with these motherfuckers' head. That's what Nat Turner did, fam. Y'all need to understand that. After he finished through that whole Bible, he said, oh, hell no, I know what the fuck this is. Yeah, I definitely know what the fuck this is. This some slavery shit that's going on to me and my people. Now that I've read this book cover to cover, now I'm about to change this shit and do it to them under a God. Like, man, like my child. I know that Turner had a PhD in common sense. After he finished reading that motherfucking Bible, the King James version in its entirety, he said, oh, hell to the motherfucking no, we won't go, nigga. I'm about to start a mass murder, raping, and torturing campaign of genocide of these motherfucking kids and their kids like they've been doing us. Now I see. Oh, now I see. Oh, okay, I got it now. I understand your bullshit book now. That's what Nat Turner did, family. That's what made him do what he do, family. These religions is not for us. So let's go in and listen to a couple of theme songs, and then we're gonna get started. But I want y'all to go look up this motherfucking cave right here. It says how Pope Nicholas V started the transatlantic slave trade and how Christianity played a major role during slavery. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this reading first before we do our intro song, which is information. Yeah. My ancestors died to read and to get the hundreds of trillions of dollars they owe by this European American 3Ks. Don't get it fucked up. And this European globally that owe us hundreds of trillions of dollars for the global transatlantic slave trade that they did under Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. So we're about to read this basic information, family, about your religion, nigga, that you love so much. That's why these white motherfuckers that know this, and a lot of them do, they laugh at you when they see you praising this God. And one of these Abraham religions, Christianity, Catholicism, or Judaism, which is one and the same, family, if you knew your history of your religion, but you don't. So let's keep it moving. It says the coming of Christianity to Igbo land and other African nations. I'm gonna read that again. The coming of Christianity to Igbo land and other African nations and its continued sustenance in our societies were built on foundations of unquantifiable ignorance and deceit. Ignorance on the part of the Igbo and the Igbo Africans, El Kabulan, who now claim that Christianity's history is without blemish or sin and deceit on the part of the European missionaries who brought the famed gospel of Jesus Christ to our shores and lands and homes. Many Igbo Africans do not know that the heinous transatlantic slave trade, which is frowned upon by the world today, was endorsed and pioneered by the leadership of the very church. Did they say church, nigga? Yes, they did, nigga. I told y'all. Roman Catholic Church and European religion, Christianity, that brought the supposed gospels of salvation to our ancestors. Let me read that part again because niggas think it's a lie. Niggas still follow these slave religions that massacred us and our motherfucking ancestors. Nigga, fuck you and your God, nigga. I told you I've been through this shit. Many Igbo African Christians do not know that the heinous transatlantic slave trade, which is frowned upon by the world today was endorsed and pioneered by the leadership of the very church, the Roman Catholic Church, and the European religion, Christianity, that brought the supposed gospels of salvation to our ancestors, family. We're not done reading. Pope Nicholas V, the mouthpiece of God here on earth, they say, who endorsed the enslavement of Africans. In 1452, Pope Nicholas V, the leader of the Catholic faith, blessed an invader and colonizer, Alfonso V of Portugal, and gave him authority to enslave any non-Christians in the lands that he would discover and conquer. This would called a papal bull titled Dum Diversus. Y'all need to go look this up, which authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to conquer Saracens, Muslims, and pagans in a disputed territory in African and co-signed them to perpetual slavery, perpetual servitude forever, family. A few years after Dum Diversus, the same Pope Nicholas V issued another papal bull to Portugal in 1455, which was entitled Romus Pontifex. The Romus Pontifex allowed the papacy to lay claim to spiritual lordship of the world and reserve for the Pope, the Vatican, Roman Catholic Church, and the role of regulations among Christian princes and between Christians and unbelievers, those that refer to as heathens and infidels. The second bull became the basis for Portugal's later claim to the lands in the New World. Family. It was these two papal bulls that gave Portuguese the right to invade African lands and acquire slaves by force or trade, according to an article about Pope Nicholas V in Britannica. The edicts are thus seen as having facilitated the Portuguese slave trade from West Africa and having legitimized the European colonization of the African continent, family. Pope Nicholas V, who reigned from 1447 to 1455, was an influential pope known in Christendom as the Renaissance Pope who founded the Vatican Library. And just like St. Peter of the Bible, he was regarded as the mouthpiece of Christian God here on earth. And if he sanctions the pillaging of African villages and enslavement of Africans, it simply means that the Christian God sanctioned the transatlantic slave trade, family. I tried to tell y'all, but niggas act like they got so many motherfucking degrees and they so fucking educated that they don't want to listen, even though they haven't read they spiritual books of this God that they got number one over all motherfucking humans and everybody else. But they don't know they motherfucking 5Ws and Carfax checks and histories on their own fucking religion. And they so motherfucking intelligent, they tell me. They got all these motherfucking degrees, all these bachelors and masters and PhDs and associates and white supremacy and white domination, because that's who run the systems of where they got the degree from. If they in America, 3Ks don't get it fucked up. A white man and his mama who still run, own, and control America. They've been running, owning, and control America since they took it away from the motherfucking Native Americans and almost annihilated them under Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. They put them on motherfucking reservations. Then they brought my motherfucking ancestors over and massacred them under the transatlantic slave trade, under the motherfucking English language in Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, because the motherfucking Pope back then in 1455 and 1447 said it's okay. Now I'm about to give you the English, the Icabulan African English version of this article right here. What this motherfucking Pope said is, look, white motherfuckers, we the motherfucking gods, we the religion is ours, Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism is all one the same as our shit. So we're gonna go around this globe and we're gonna take everything. Because the motherfuckers who ain't down with us and ain't down with our motherfucking belief systems are motherfucking infidels. We don't like them and our God don't fucking like them. So we can massacre them and take their fucking land and do whatever they want. Whatever the fuck we want to these motherfuckers, because they're infidels, they're non-fucking believers of us. And we the motherfucking gangsters. We the motherfucking drug dealer, killers, most savages on this planet. Us K's, us Caucasoids. That's what this motherfucking Pope said. Go ahead. Enslave them motherfuckers. Massacre them. under our motherfucking Lord Jesus Christ, nigga, that we created, this belief systems that we created. Massacre them under that. Like, family, man, stop these motherfucking games, family. Doesn't matter. Because black people, this is what black people gonna tell me. Black people always tell me how good this human created God is. And I always reply to them. Come closer so you can hear me. This is what I tell them. And I need y'all to come closer too to hear this. When people tell me how good this God is, this human created God is, I tell them, and my reply is, he allowed humans to be massacred, mass raped, and tortured for 2,000 years just in the transatlantic slave trade by the Europeans and the Arabic slave trade under the Arabs. Just them two slave trades. This God watch that y'all believe in, watch while babies and children and black men, women, and children were massacred for 2,000 years, hundreds of millions of us during these slave trades. And I mean nothing. And I really mean there's nothing good about a God that watched this and could have stopped all this, fam. There's nothing. Stop telling me that this God is motherfucking good that watched the massacre of humans, fam, for hundreds and hundreds of years, 2 millennia. This God could have stopped and had the power to stop these genocides, these slave trades of the black race, the transatlantic slave trade and the Arabic slave trade. This God could have stopped this and didn't. This God could have stopped the bombing, the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. This God of y'all that y'all believe in could have stopped this massacre and genocide, but didn't. This God could have stopped the genocide and the massacre, mass murder, rape, and torture of what was done to the Native Americans, but it didn't. This God could have stopped, but didn't, and watched King Leopold and the Belgians massacre African Congolese by about 10 to 30 million in the Congo. This God could have stopped it, but no, this God watched it. Why it happened. This God could have stopped the genocide that happened in Rwanda in the 21st century. This God could have stopped it, but this God watched it. And y'all tell me that this God is good. Family, how? Please tell me, family. Anybody with any type of common sense can tell me how any entity can watch the massacre of literally hundreds of millions of people and not jump in and stop it immediately. And that's the person that's good, that y'all call good? Family. There's no way that you allow somebody to get away with watching that and have the power to stop that. You call them good and honorable and moral and all loving and all of this, family. And you call me and tell me that I'm going to some mythological human created hell? I didn't watch no slaughter of no races of people for hundreds and hundreds of years and massacres of babies for hundreds and hundreds of years. Why people was one group of people was praising this God to help them to keep their enslavement going and their power going, and another race of people crying out to the same God to stop this massacre of happening. Black race, man, stop playing with me, man. Y'all, wow. That's why I call the white man and his mama the AKA and hashtag the Rocky Marcianos and the Mayweathers and the Alis of America and the champs of the world. Any race of people that can have another race of people, especially the people that created them, their mothers and fathers, which is us, enslaved mentally, physically, and spiritually for this long, family, you have to give them respect. They still my motherfucking enemy, just like the Arab and his mama. They're my number one enemy, the European and his mama, but I have to respect what they have done and still maintain in the black race. Just look at us, family. Just look at us. Now I understand why rappers can say in their rap songs, I killed 10 niggas. I give honor to God for saving me. Yeah, that makes sense now because God watched the massacre of us for hundreds of years. The massacre of Native Americans, the massacre of Japanese, the massacre of hundreds of millions of humans on this planet. So I understand, rappers, why you would say that now. I do understand now why you would rap about killing and murking and running up on the motherfuckers in traffic and having steppers and sliders. I understand why you would say that. And then in the same rap the same rap song, say God is great and all loving and praises go to Hawashai, Bada Da, and all of this motherfucking shit y'all niggas say. I understand that now. why y'all would say that, and got all these crosses and everything, and brag about mass murder and raping and torturing people that look like you. I understand how you can still love this God and believe in this God and still massacre us mentally, physically, and spiritually. Black man, black woman, black child. I understand. The Pope and them did it. Everybody done it. God done it. He watched it. The reality show that was going on the planet when humans was massacring us. Black race. Let's stop playing. I don't play these motherfucking games. Fuck you and your God and whoever else that got a problem with me. You can unsubscribe because this ain't about no money. I'm gonna say that again because people might not understand. I will never ask you for any money. It's AKA and hashtag. I don't need your money. I just need your ear and your understanding for you to do your own research and understanding, family. This is not about no money. That should be one thing to make you think like, man, maybe I should just listen to. Look, he ain't never asked, and he tell us if he ever asked for money to unsubscribe, he trying to get us. So can we at least listen to it? It's free. This is free. I know they say ain't nothing in life is free. Only reason that they would say that about this is because the backlash you're gonna get from family and friends for telling them the truth. How they ain't gonna fuck with you no more. But it's okay, family. I told y'all when I was massacring Iraqis in Afghanistan, Iraqis and Afghanis, when I went to Iraq and Afghan war for oil and opium, tangible and capital, when I was massacring in them wars, getting Bronze Stars for massacring them men, women, children, and babies in Iraq and Afghanistan, I was considered the best nigga patriot and the best nigga citizen. When I started talking the shit you hear me say now on my videos and all of that, and when I was in the military speaking this shit to soldiers, black and brown soldiers, that's when I was considered going to this fake hell under the ground, and that I was an anti-Semite, and I was a black hater, and I was a black demagogue, and all these hateful human created words that people was throwing at me when I was just speaking the truth and facts. But when I was massacring humans under God, I'm considered everything great. I understand it, family. I understand why you still stay up under these. These religions and this white supremacy, systemic racism is the most addicting drug on the planet, family. There's no heroin, crack, opioid. There's nothing more addictive to this black man and his mama on this planet than the white man and his mama and their religions. There's nothing more addictive, family. There's nothing more. That should be Schedule 1 motherfucking drug. It's these religions and these motherfucking caves in America and globally. That should be the Schedule 1 number one drug in America under y'all scheduling of drugs. It should be the white man and his mama and Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism. Then heroin, cocaine, and all the other methamphetamines and all that shit. Like black family, man. I'm telling you, man. There's nothing. Mr. D. Fuller said ain't nothing bigger, nigga. Ain't nothing bigger. Ain't nothing more powerful than this white man and his mom and their motherfucking religions, family. Let's go ahead and listen to our first theme song, family. I know all y'all probably on the edge right now, especially my new subscribers, but it is what it is. You get truth and facts over here. And it's AKA and hashtag over here. No editing. I ain't editing nothing. And there's no makeup or nothing over here. No editing. So if I mess up a word or mess up something, family, we're humans. We're one species amongst billions. Every species makes mistakes. No species is perfect, family. None. No species is above another species on this planet we call Earth, family. But let's get in here and listen up, family. First theme song.
That's a powerful word, right? A word symbolizing greatness and everything noble. But also a word that has been weaponized all over the slavery and colonial eras. For example, Western nations use the expression civilizing mission. It refers to a concept often used to justify colonialism by suggesting that the colonial nations believed they were bringing civilization, education, and progress to the colonized territories. With that colonial heritage, our perception of anything related to civilization leads us to Europe, to whiteness, and more importantly to what people call Caucasian features. And you'll understand why this is important soon. The reason why people make these memes is because to them, nothing that looks like this can be linked to civilization and all the greatness that is attached to that concept. On the other hand, it is easier to connect this feature to everything that is inferior, such as
Family, I hope y'all got that. We're going straight to the next one. The next theme song we got right here, family. Well, we got to get it in, family. We have to get it in. Let's listen to this about history because y'all tell me about everything else is history. When you go to the hospital, medical, they need to know your history. Dental, they need to know your history. Psychology, they need to know your history, family. When you're looking at a house, you're looking at the history of that motherfucking house. When you're looking at the car, you're looking at the history of that car. A black race with all your motherfucking European universities, your slave dominance and slave white supremacy degrees that you have, black race. Why is it that when we talk about black history and what was done to us and who done what to us and under what religions and belief systems they done this to us and what they owe us, people don't want to hear about history no more. Now people talk about, nah, I don't want to hear about that history right there, Dre. Nah, not when it come to us. I don't want to hear about the history of people massacring us under their motherfucking religions, Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, and Islam, even though I know it's true. I'm still a Christian though, Dre, but I don't want to hear that type of history. Fuck that. I don't want to hear about the massacre that was going on to us and our babies and the hundreds of trillions of dollars that we owed, PBE. I don't want to hear about that fucking history. I just want to hear about the history of LeBron James or the history of Magic Johnson or the history of my favorite rapper and their lyrics and all of the things that is the history of the white man and his mama and all the stuff they accomplished. But when it comes to my stuff, I don't want to know the history of that, man. Ain't no need, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to know about no nigga history. That's what black people say. They don't want to hear about no nigga history. They don't want to hear about the trillions that motherfuckers owe them that look and smile in their motherfucking face every day and tell them to pull themselves up from their bootstrap. The motherfucking race that tell you that massacred their way up to the top under gods, helping them under their belief systems, under slave trades. But now to tell you to pull yourself up from your goddamn bootstraps and to say once they massacred their way to the top to look down at you and say, what's up with this race stuff? And why we always got to talk about race and slavery and colonization? Why? Why? Because you massacred your way up to the top, motherfucking cave. And now that you've done that, now you want to ask why. We want to still talk about that black race. I'm gonna digress because I keep going. This is just sad. You niggas, at high places that y'all tell me. You niggas that y'all tell me that y'all got in high places, black family. Stop it. We got no niggas in high places nowhere on the planet, family. Let's go.
The only race told to forget our history, while others are reminded of their history to prevent repetition. They ask for our support in their struggles but dismiss our past. We're expected to entertain, share ideas, and then watch them get stolen. It's disgusting. In a doctor's office, they check your medical history to understand your current condition from the last time you were there. But with Black history, they ignore it. We're deeply hated, valued only when profitable or beneficial to others. They don't see us as human unless there's something in it for them. We're the
Black man, black woman, black child. This is my section, where I talk about quotes. Did you know? And just make sense before we get into our last video. But we'll get to the last video right here and set it up. So once I get through with this segment of mine, we can go ahead and go on in and listen to what this pastor says about y'all religions, black man, black woman, black child, that y'all still follow. But family, I can tell you, black man, black woman, black child, specifically and primarily in America, 3Ks don't get it fucked up, but globally too, we have no black faces in high places, because if we had true black leaders, true black faces in high places, black man, black woman, black child, this basic information I'm telling you about these religions of y'all's and how they came into being and how they were massacred, how they helped massacre us in transatlantic slave trade, and these race people that had these religions are at the top now, primarily and specifically the white man and his mama. If you had true leaders and true black faces in high places, they would have been told you this and told you to leave these motherfucking religions and stuff alone, because this history about these religions are basic information. And these motherfuckers in high places, y'all tell me, got all these degrees, got all these suit and ties on. They so fucking educated and so intelligent that they didn't know this basic information about these religions. Matter of fact, most of these 99.999% of all your so-called black faces in high places have one of these religions, black race. So that lets you know they can't be in high places following the God that the white man and the Arab man created to massacre them under and to enslave them under slave trades. Black race. How does that make sense, family? How can you say a person is in a high place, a black face in a high place, and they follow the slave, mass murder, rape, and torturing religions? that massacred their race of people. Black man, black girl, black child. Like I said, family, listen. If you don't have these type mentalities of black faces in high places, if you ain't got these type of mentalities, then you don't have no black faces in high places. I'm already telling you, you don't already. I just told you the prime example. All these so-called black faces in high places got a fake mythological god, got a fake mythological religion. And I guarantee these religions, when you ask these so-called black faces in high places of any caliber, uh, uh, comedy, um, political, any genre of entertainment of power of black people, you ask any of these motherfucking so-called black faces in high places, the Jay-Z's, all these motherfucking Barack, they all have a religion and a god, a mythological man-made religion and a god. And I guarantee you this mythological god and religion is one of the ones part of this transatlantic slave trade or this Arabic slave trade that was done to us by these races of people. So they can't be black faces in high places, black family. Can you understand it from that point of view? You can't have black faces in high places that follow the religions, the belief systems that massacred you and your babies for hundreds of years. But if you don't have these mentalities in high places, yet again, on top of the religion part, you don't have no high black faces in high places. If you don't have a King Leopold black type face in high places, you don't have none. If you don't have a Hitler black face in high place, you don't have anything. If you don't have a Nat Turner black face in high place, you don't have none. If you don't have a Kim Jong Il black face in high place, if you don't have the African Haitian Revolution black face in high place, you don't have nothing. If you don't have the motherfucking Malcolm X and Khalid Muhammad at the bare minimum black face in high place, you have nothing. Black man, black woman, black child. We have none of them type people that I just named in black face in high place in America or globally. We have no superpower on this planet at all. One, because of you can't have a superpower if you follow in the motherfucking religions that massacred your people. You can't be a superpower by having religions by other people who massacred you in their transatlantic and Arabic slave trade. You can't have a superpower if you follow these slave religions, black race. I'm just telling you, it's just a fact. You can't have a superpower nation, black man, black woman, black child, if you don't have a motherfucking a military that's by any means necessary, a stepper, a slider, a run up on you in traffic and wet you up, and by any means necessary, motherfucking military with motherfucking nuclear weapons. If you don't have that, black race in America and globally, then you are not a superpower nowhere on the planet. China is a superpower. European America is a superpower. A few European nations in the European Union are a superpower. Israel is a superpower. Russia is a superpower as a European nation. Maybe India is a European nation. I mean, is a superpower nation. These people have a minimum criteria. And the number one criteria is the minimum criteria. And that's having nuclear weapons and nuclear capabilities, long range and short range missiles of nuclear capability, and have by any means necessary stepper, slider, run up on you in motherfucking traffic and wet you up motherfucking military. If you don't have that, you're not a superpower, not considered a superpower, not even considered a power. And no black nation nowhere on this planet Earth has that currently, as we're speaking today, black race. I just need y'all to understand that. We got it? Black race. Finally, before we get this video started, I just want to know, black race in America, in Jamaica, and Haiti, and Barbados, in Brazil, on the continent of Africa, and everywhere else in Europe, wherever there's El Cabulan, black African people at, when are we going to be willing to fight and die for the hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital that the European his mama owe us for the transatlantic slave trade under their gods, under their religions, Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism? And when are we going to be willing to fight and die for the trillions of dollars that the Arab and his mama owe us for the Arabic slave trade under their God that massacred us, our men, women, children, and babies for over a millennium? Huh? And on top of that, Black Americans, El Cabulan Americans, I got a question. When are we going to stop letting these fake ass, bitch ass, treason ass black faces in high places of y'all's allow this European American to send hundreds of billions of dollars every single year for decade after decade after decade after decade to other nations, including Israel, of reparations and repairing and restoring and helping them and their nations that the European American 3Ks don't get it fucked up, been doing with taxpayers' dollars now, giving these hundreds of billions of dollars every year to non-citizens, to other fucking nations in our face, and they owe us hundreds of trillions of dollars in tangible and capital and reparations for the transatlantic slave trade that they did to our mind, body, and souls. What they did to us during the slavery of Jim Crow, during the slavery of separate but equal, during the slavery of school to prison pipeline, under the slavery of black codes, under the slavery of the war on the black race, what they call the war on drugs, the slavery of all of that, because the white man, his mama, and his child controlled and managed all of that, from slavery to every other thing I said. So that means it was still fucking slavery, because the same race of fucking people still managed it, owned it, and controlled it. Whether you call it chattel slavery, or you call it Jim Crow, you call it separate but equal, school to prison pipeline, black codes, and all of that. The same race of people still owned it, funded it, managed it, controlled it, operated up until today. So it's still motherfucking slavery. They just did a name change, a name swap on you bitch made so-called educated niggas and niggas in America and globally. Slavery and colonization is the same thing. Slavery and apartheid is the same thing. Exploitation is the same thing. It's all slavery. The white man and his mama just changed names on you bitch ass niggas that call yourself goddamn educated. You niggas is educated thoroughly in a Eurocentric view. If you have Christianity, Catholicism, or Judaism, you have these way of thinking, family. You have a Eurocentric way of thinking. If you have them religions and have their degrees, you have their way of thinking in economics and education and entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, counter war. That's why all these niggas got all these motherfucking degrees in America, but we can't fix the African problem. We so fucking intelligent, we can fix Microsoft problems, and we can fix motherfucking IBM problems, and we can fix Nike problems, and we can fix motherfucking these music genre problems. We can fix every fucking problem, make every other race of people wealthy and powerful. But we got all these motherfucking degrees and all this intelligence, and we can't fix the black race problem in America and globally. But we so educated. We've been educated so good by the white man and his mama not to solve our own motherfucking problems. We can solve and help them solve their problems, black race. That's what you've been taught and educated. I'm going to digress and stop. Let's listen to what this brother say and what this pastor say, family. And I'm going to give my El Cabulan African English version view on my commentary on this. Let's go.
Now, what is the place of religion in Africa? This is a question that many Africans are continuing to ask, because if you look at recent revelations about how religion was used by the colonialists to really implement their agenda in the African continent and also have the African people developed in a certain way, this is something that has really disturbed most of African people. And many of them are coming out to speak about what they have learned. There is this preacher from South Africa that really spoke sense in what Christianity has been in Africa and how the Bible was used as a weapon for colonization in the continent. I want us to listen to this speech before I really give you any opinion that I have about the discussion that he's having here. Let's watch it, then react to it at the end.
Letter by King Leopold II. And he said, make these black people, tell them, Hori, it is difficult for a rich man to go to heaven. It is like a camel going through a needle's eye. And that's what you must indoctrinate them with. Indoctrinate them.
Indoctrinate them.
Tell them it is okay, or they can struggle and suffer here on earth. Tell them they must not mind to struggle and suffer here on earth.
He said, tell these niggas, tell these motherfucking slaves, these motherfuckers who are infidels, tell these motherfuckers that it's okay to suffer in the mass murder, rape, and torture earth. Because we're gonna tell them about this fake land when they die. After the mass murder, rape, and torture, the suffering they do it on this earth, this fake thing, we're gonna tell them that's so glorious. Black race, man. Let's keep it going, fam.
Because in heaven,
yeah,
they will walk on the streets of gold.
Of gold, yeah. Tell them this.
Tell them.
Tell them
that the gold which is here on earth is worthless.
Yes.
I'm saying this to open your mind.
Like I tell y'all.
For the damage that is in the mind of the black person was crafted. It was designed from the church pulpit.
Oh Lord, the pastor, you go. This ain't loving over here, pastor. He said the mass murder, rape, and torture, and all of this was done from the pulpit from these motherfucking white Christian motherfuckers under Christianity, Catholicism, and Judaism, family. They done it from the pulpit, baby, under God's nigga. Mass murder, rape, and torture, El Kabulad Africa, and El Kabulad African people, family. Under this motherfucking mythological God and religion that they created. Let's keep it going, fam.
And that is why I also use the church pulpit.
To do what?
To address and reverse the damage. That is in the minds of black people.
He said he used the pulpit to reverse the damage. The mental, physical, and spiritual damage of the slavery that's been done to you. He stayed in the pulpit to reverse it, brother, sister, mother, father. Pastor, you going to hell now. Oh, you've been condemned. Every black Christian, black Catholic, and black Jew has already condemned your punk ass to hell for telling the truth. Black pastor, I'm telling you, you're done. Your seats ain't going to be filled up too much longer, baby. Like an African pastor told me when we had a debate about 8-9 years ago after we discussed the histories of his religion. He said, brother, I know a lot of this is true, Sergeant Manley, but if I went to my congregation and said this, no matter how much facts and primary source like you showed me, I showed them. He said, I know a lot of this. If I showed this to my congregation, I'll have a congregation of just me, my wife, and my kids the next Sunday after that and the next Sunday after that. He said, this is how I eat. This pay my bills, nigga. He didn't say nigga, but I was just like, I had to respect him for that. I still think he's a coon in the cave, but I had to respect him. At least he's true. He didn't try to give me some little scripture because I already knew the game was up. I knew it was play. He sees that I knew he stopped doing scripture with me. He knew I knew the Bible. He was like, oh shit, I can't get it with that one. He know. He just thinking to know. So I can't fool him. That's what he found out about me. Like, right, let's get here, get it in, fam. Let's get it.
And everything what I'm going to say now, you can verify.
You can verify.
You can go home and Google it, and you will.
Did he say you can verify? Did he say you can go check it yourself? Did he say you could go do your 5 W's and Carfax check on this information? He's not lying. Like, I'm not lying. I haven't to lie to you, black race. I don't benefit from this, from lying to you, because you can easily go look it up. It's right at your fingertips. This information. So you can easily say, man, Dre, look, I just looked up, nigga, you so lying. I looked at all 5,000 sources, and all of them say black, dude, Asian, all of them say you wrong. That's how easy you can Google this stuff and research and medicate and educate yourself. But you won't. You'll stay a believer, knowing 2 scriptures, and get mad when people say something about your book. They read your motherfucking book. Man, miss me with that motherfucking shit. Go ahead with him, pastor, and kill him. Yeah, you gonna have a church of one. After this, you probably got to shut down your doors because you going to this man-made hell now. You done condemn they white Jesus and they white mama and daddy slave master people. You know what black people gonna do to you, pastor? You done just talked about they white cave Jesus, they white cave God, and they white slave mama and daddy. And you think you gonna get away with that? Man, black people ain't gonna allow that. Black people will murk you and run up on you in traffic You got Christian steppers, black Christian steppers, and black Christian sliders, and black Christians who will wet your motherfucking ass up for talking like this. Yeah, Pastor. The black Christian and Catholic and black Jew steppers and sliders, they about to come see you. If they already came to see you for saying this shit, this is blasphemy to them. They gonna wet your bitch ass up, Pastor. Let's go.
Verify it. I'm not talking something that is undocumented.
It's documented.
I'm talking historical facts.
Did he say historical fact? That's what I try to tell them too. Pastor, they ain't gonna give a fuck about your facts and your primary sources, no matter how much you show them. You have the black Christian, black Catholic, and a black Jew, steppers and sliders coming for you, nigga. Let's go. They're gonna say how you go into this hell. They're gonna pull up all the scriptures from everywhere there, nigga, to tell you why you going to hell, nigga, for talking like this.
I'm not talking fiction here. I'm talking historical facts. What was the role of the Christian church in the destruction, enslavement, exploitation, and marginalization of black people? Pope Nicholas a Roman Catholic Church Pope. In the 14th century is the one who said, I'm talking about a Pope.
A Pope now.
He gave permission that black people can be enslaved, made to be slaves.
Made to be slaves.
And the justification he gave was that black people are at the level of animals. They do not have a soul.
Don't got no motherfucking soul.
So he gave authorization for the enslavement, exploitation, lynching, raping, and destruction of black people. That's when it started by Pope Nicholas V. Where did it come from?
Where'd it come from?
It came from a church.
Where'd it come from? He said it came from the church, baby. You niggas still in the church, ain't y'all? Y'all niggas? You educated niggas? Yeah. You still in the church? Yeah, you still in the mall? Yeah. And I'm dumb and not educated. Yeah, keep going, bro.
The strongest church in the world at that time being the Roman Catholic Church. And what?
Did he say the strongest church in the world at that time? The white pope, the white cave motherfuckers, your enemy said you are animals, nigga. I didn't say it, but I told you niggas. So you can't say DeAndre Devon, Manley, pro-black everything didn't tell you motherfucking cave and coon and coconut niggas in America and globally.
White pope said you are an animal. I'm talking about your ancestors. It started in the church.
It started in the church, nigga.
Secondly, King Leopold II. Now, you can go and Google the letter of King Leopold II. King Leopold II sent missionaries. Missionaries. To the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, as it is known
about this
today.
Congo family. I told you.
What were they going to do there? They were going to inflict damage in the minds of people. And what he said was that don't teach these people about God. They already know God. Don't teach these people about right and wrong. They already know that. Right, the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah, they already know that.
And just said,
the brothers and fathers of humanity.
Give them the Bible in such a way
what they say?
That they take the Bible so seriously that they forget about themselves.
Forget about themselves. Forget about self.
That is such an eye-opening speech.
Real quick, family. These self, like I told you, yourself has been taken. I told you this in so many videos. That's what has been taken and still has been taken from the black Cabiland African race in America globally. Self, family. That's what the transatlantic slave trade done. Besides the mass murder, rape, and torture, it took away self while it was doing all of this, while they were amassing all their wealth and power. The global slave trade called the transatlantic slave trade took self away from the African Cabiland people. It's why a lot of us, 99% of us speak a European language. And the reason why 99% of us globally have Christianity, Catholicism, or Judaism, or Islam as a belief system, as a faith, because of these transatlantic slave trades, family. Let's keep it going and finish this out. A couple more minutes of what this brother going to say, because he's going to say some real key stuff. And then we're going to close out. Let's go.
By that preacher, because I think he's really understood what the Bible was meant to achieve in Africa, because most of this religion that we hold right now, it's not like Africa did not have its religion or even religious beliefs before the white man came with the Christianity.
Facts.
They have come here and they have taught us that.
Did he just say, man, we had these spiritual systems, belief systems before the white man came with Christianity or anything to Africa? That's what he said, family. I'm not rewinding it back. You nigga said you can rewind it back and hear what he said. I've been told y'all this. This is elementary history, family. Everything I'm showing y'all today, that pastor say, it's elementary history. Black race and humanity. This is elementary. This is 3rd, 4th, 5th grade shit right here, family. You niggas been dumbed down in the Eurocentric white dominance degree so bad, family, that elementary history about what we owed and who the fuck done what to us, under what, it's like way off to y'all. This is elementary shit. It don't take no genius, no scientist, nobody with a degree need, no degree of any kind to know this, family. Let's keep going.
Jesus was white and everything that was happening was whitewashed. That even religion, we were baptized and given the white man's names.
Yeah, white people.
We were robbed of our names, robbed of our culture, robbed of our religion, and robbed of everything that held African identity. Right now, they're promoting their Christianity that has a lot of Western ideas. For me, I'm called Victor, but Victor is not an African name. That is a Westernized name.
You clearly hear his accent and everything. You know where he's from. He said, my name Victor. You see how my mom and dad, he ain't want to say, you see how my mom and dad was colonized? My name is Victor. That's a motherfucking cave Caucasoid name. He said, that's not, you have a European name. We speak European languages. We have European names because of the transatlantic slave trade, family. 1 + 1 is always fucking 2, family. 1 + 1 is always 2 until it comes to black history and what black people owe. Then 1 + 1 is not 2 no more. They're like, man, I don't even know what 1 + 1 is. Even niggas. When it comes to what we owe and who done what to us, black people don't even know 1 + 1 is 2 no more. They're like, man, I don't know. That's a hard one, man. 1 + 1. You ask them about anything else. No, that's this. Man, black, keep going, brother.
And we have been told that when we are baptized, we are given these kind of names. And also look at the names in the Bible. Most of them that are there, they are not African names. So as an African, you ask yourself.
He said, hold on. He said, look, when you go through the Bible, all these names that's in the Bible, Peter, John, these are all cave European Caucasoid names. For you niggas that tell me that this is an African Bible. An African Bible with all European names. All cave names in the Bible. All the great characters in this motherfucking man-made religion in your book are all motherfucking cave names. And it's an African motherfucking book. And they had a slave trade on you. These cave named motherfuckers in this book had a slave trade exactly like yours. With you in mind. Because you're an infidel. Black man, black woman, black child. Like I said, when you start talking about black people's belief systems, 1 + 1 ain't 2 no more. Now 1 + 1 is 16,374. When you start talking about these motherfucking black people belief systems, they gods that they motherfucking follow.
Yourself, where is your place in the Bible? Because if it is about a white person, everything that is in the Bible seems to really talk about a white man. But then where is the place of the black person? Because we are also humans. And if God that we worship, all of us, is one and loving to every human creature that he created, then he should also have an identity with us. This is the truth that the white man came and corrupted and changed everything about it. They now believe that Jesus was white, but Russia's recent opening of the vault that they opened has revealed that Jesus was indeed not a white person, but a black person, having been born in the northeastern part of Africa.
And black people, when the Vatican so-called opened up they vault, they've been had a book. If you go back to my earlier videos, 2-3 years ago, I told y'all a book called Russian Icons. If you can get a hold of that book, it literally Russian icons. It breaks down them showing all these black faces that their other European cousins lied upon. This Jesus, this Yeshua, it's not a real person. It's not a real character. Black man, black woman, black child. These are stories, family, that people, folklore, folk tale stories. You know how many folk tale and folklore stories throughout Africa, throughout Europe that they had? Go look at the Greek and Romans folklore stories about Thor and Athena and all of this. Go back even further, look at the African stories. Folklore, family. Everybody, every race, every culture has folklores and mythological stories, family. It's just sad that they took folklore and mythological stories and turned it into the exact truth. And that is real, family. That's just sad that y'all still believe that when, like I said, y'all have this information right at your hand to see that these are all these religions, all these spiritual systems of all kinds are human created. They're human made. But family, let me see if I'm looking to see if I got anything else I want to say before I get off of here today. Is there anything else I want to say? But like I tell y'all, man, I'll end with this. Like y'all tell me, man, I'm dumb, I'm uneducated, I'm going to some man-made, human-created hell because I don't follow these slave-loving gods and slave-loving religions and slave-loving races of people who mass murder, rape, and torture African people. I'm going to this fake fucking hell. Okay, I'll say, brother, sister, you told me you was grown, that you was mature, and all of this. Family, I just want to know how grown are you? Huh? Huh? One thing I want to ask too, before I get off here, a question I want to ask you is, so you trying to tell me that you need religion to be moral and be good and be loving? You trying to tell me that before these major religions came that people follow today, that your ancestors, specifically primarily the African ancestors, we wasn't loving and caring and and moral before these European and Arab religions and belief systems came? Because y'all try to equate these religions with being loving and moral. And I just showed y'all in every one of these belief systems, they had slave trades. In these literatures of these belief systems, they talk about having slaves and passing slaves down. That doesn't equate with morality. That don't equate with fucking loving, family. I don't give a fuck how you spin it. Mass murder, raping, and passing motherfuckers down in perpetuity and slavery and raping motherfucking slaves you got ain't fucking loving and moral. Your religion is a slave fucking religion. Your belief system is a fucking slave belief system that was massacred upon you, that was forced upon you by the gun, nigga, or this motherfucking devil, the white man, his mama, and the Arab man, his mama. That's how you got it. This Pro Black Everything, this PBE. I'm out, fam.